Up peoples, we are back with the Hyper 10 SC Nitro. A little update, and it's amazing. That's all. That's the long and short of it. But to go into a little more detail, this remote starting system is fantastic when you have the body on, that is, which is most of the time, because as you can tell, when you put the body on, you can't reach the glow plug with your glow igniter. So even if you cut a hole in the top, you still wouldn't be able to reach all the way down. So that's why that's there, as I found out. And it does work. Works just fine when this is not flopping about. As you can see, it does fit. It does fit on there. It does fit on the glow plug, but it does not hold it on the glow plug. So it just kind of sits there, and it can come out very easily, which it almost always does when you're running it. But put a zip tie there to keep it mostly from not getting caught up in the wheels or dragging on the dirt. And then there is a nut that holds this here on the underside. There's like a, it's threaded on this part's threaded. There's a nut, and you can kind of see I put some red Loctite on there on the nut to keep it from coming off, because it kept coming loose, and this would flop about, and that's no good. So a red Loctite solved that. Blue Loctite might have worked okay, but I didn't want to take any chances. Let's see what else we got. So still running that battery. It's running good. Just squeezes in there, but that's good. New servo. Stock one worked fine. It has no problems. Just not quite enough torque to handle these short course wheels. So as you can see, I got a high torque. I know it's high torque because it says high torque right there. High torque ProTech. It's a pretty good servo. Let's see what else. Suspension still holding up good. I guess the one issue I did have I did have a recurring issue with the brakes, and you gotta have a fairly good gap on the discs, and the calipers, because otherwise sometimes sand can get in between the caliper and the diff housing, the diff mount, and that can obviously bind up your drivetrain, and that's gonna cause issues, obviously. So make sure those are adjusted properly. The carburetor's holding up good, holds the tune well. A little bit of leakage around the needles and stuff, but overall it's not too bad. It holds the tune well. It responds to adjustments well, and yeah, overall pretty good. And you can actually buy parts for this engine right now, today. Just go to Hobao's eShop website. I can't remember the exact web address, but not the USA website, but their other one. I think it's everything in there comes from Taiwan. So I ordered a backplate for this. As you can tell, this is not I am running just a bump start, because full start obviously did not work out as predicted. So I'll got a 18 proper backplate on here coming in, and I'll put that on there, and that'll look good. But yeah, you can get all the parts for this, piston and sleeve. You can get you can get all the parts. You can't get a complete engine, but you can get all the parts to make a complete engine. So that would be an option. If you wanted to convert a V1 into one of these, you could. It would be interesting to see if the 2.0 version of this would, like, if you could fit the rear end and the front end. It would be interesting to see if you could put those on a Nitro chassis. But yeah, so maybe I'll try that in the future. We'll see. But yeah, fantastic. Hobao has always have good stuff. I just wish they were based more in the U.S. We still can get plenty of their stuff, but just wish more U.S. companies were like this. So that's where we're at. Really fun. I don't think anybody else makes a four-wheel drive as short course truck right now. At least not like this. I mean, this is kind of a hybrid race, kind of like a race bashing platform. I say more racing than bashing, because these platforms don't tend to hold up to heavy abuse, which today's version of heavy abuse is quite different than it was 20 years ago. But that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, really fun short course truck, Nitro, which always makes it even more fun. And yeah, I look forward to driving this thing every time. One day I'll get a better running footage, but it's just I am the cameraman, and the driver, and I don't really have a good setup. So sometime I'll get some driving footage. But yeah, so that's just a little update. And if you have any questions, obviously, then let me know. Otherwise, we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.